Now, the announcement comes as polling indicates her party was facing a difficult path to re-election. I mean, do you think that she's sort of jumping before she got pushed?
Definitely. It's the lowest the Labour Party has polled since 2017, and her personally, it's the lowest she's ever polled. I think her personal polling is around 29%, and she's deeply unpopular amongst New Zealanders. I think she's a lot more popular on the world stage. Generally, our reflection in this country is a lot more positive about her than her own people. The COVID pandemic, as much as it was initially praised, it's caused them significant problems, whether it's tourism. Their net migration is a massive problem. There's people in New Zealand that haven't seen their families in over 2-3 years now, and there's some other way more serious issues with child poverty continuously rising, crime on the rise, social inequality at a crazy speed increasing. So I think when we look at Jacinda Ardern in terms of evaluating her reign as Prime Minister, her statesman-like speeches have always been positive and always been fairly charismatic. But has she helped the average New Zealander? Has that person's life improved? And the answer is a resounding no. So I think she's in a very difficult position. I think she's decided to jump before being pushed.
A lot of people are saying it's her woke, and I daren't bring that word up, but they said it's her woke policies that did it. I mean, what are some of the examples or some of the things that she did that sort of put people off?
Well, woke and quite tyrannical, to be honest. She's tried enforcing vaccine mandates. She's been so strict in terms of the people coming in and out of the country during COVID. She's announced last year, although she obviously won't be following through with this now, about reviewing hate speeches. She wants to make it add more terms into it, if you like. So there's not a lot she's really done effectively in her country for the average New Zealander. I think that's where, when it comes down to it, she's benefited in 2020 when there was an election where the National Party, their main sort of opposition, if you like, the Conservative equivalent, had 3 different leaders in a few months in the build-up to that election. So she largely really benefited from that. And I think now they've got their act a bit more in order, the National Party. I think she's getting to the reality that she will lose fairly significantly.
It seems that her failure has sparked a sort of an insurgence of more right-wing parties because people are sort of lurking to the other side because of the extremism of her sort of policies. Do you see that a successor will... do you think New Zealand are likely to re-elect somebody who is from the same party as Jacinda, or do you think they're more likely to head up to the right again?
I think that the issue with the National Party, like a lot of sort of, left, centre-left groups, they've been really taken over by these far-left extremes. So you look at the National Party right now in New Zealand, it's not very right-wing at all. They've got a very moderate centralist in Christopher Luxon. He is a businessman, so he's been a very strong businessman, but he's not... There's little about him that you'd really call him conservative. I think within our own party, and like we're seeing, Democrats in America and in other countries as well, we're seeing this far-left movement, very small minority that are extremely loud, that have just taken over the party. And I think she's, unfortunately, her party has many people like that within there, and she's obviously actually within their own party there's been claims of bullying, there's been claims of lots of different things where you're seeing real examples of just, this is what we believe in, and if you don't, then we're going to just...
Perhaps it's something to do with the fact that she appeared in that thing with Meghan Markle.